Hey guys, Desert Prepper 1 here. I uncovered the little pot that the rat was eating. This is all he left me. These radishes here. Get out of the light here. So that and about that much carrots. That's it. The guy ate the rest of it. So I replanted this with spinach and lettuce again and filled in the spots here. So it'll should all come back now as long as I don't get another visitor. It's been 2-3 days since I caught him, so I had some window screen covering this. That's why it was allowed to get as big as it's gotten. That kept him out, but I did take the window screen off to see how it would go, and so far so good. Starting some plants. I get these yogurt cups here, and I save these and put a little dirt, seed in it. About a week later, you'll have some stuff growing. I've got yellow squash, zucchini, and cherry tomatoes, I think, in the last one. I didn't buy a transplant set of cherry tomatoes because nobody carries them for some reason. I do have some other tomatoes I picked up. There's some Romas and some other ones. I like the cherry ones because they don't split like the big ones do out here. So here we go. Here's a few things I got in the ground. These are yellow pear tomatoes, I think they call them. These did fairly well last year, so I picked up some. There's the grapes. The frost wasted those, but now they're back. In this area, I planted a few sunflowers, some peas, and here are some bush beans seeds I put in. So probably next week sometime we'll see those. And here's the pepper patch, jalapenos and other various hot peppers. It's almost like a salsa garden here. You got some onions, peppers, tomatoes. I do enjoy my salsa, so I don't know if you could see it, but see these little flashes of light going back and forth. You see them up there. It's hard to see. Well, what those are the CDs that I hung up. The hanger, they spin around. What they do is chase the birds away. I don't want the birds to get in the habit of visiting this area, and then when everything grows and they come in and they start eating it all. So we're chasing them away now. You see I got some little flowers in here, marigolds. They do attract insects. We do not have a lot of bees out here, so there's other flying bugs that go and visit the flowers that will help pollinate the tomatoes and that. I'm going to get these, some over there too, to this area to help that out. There are some other bushes. This bush here grows the big trumpet orange flowers. That brings some bees of some sort. And then I've got a tree that makes purple flowers. And that brings bees, but it mostly brings with those big black ones, which don't do a whole lot for smaller flowers. Well, what do we got? Let's see, what else? Those plum trees I had picked up. I stuck one in the ground. I got to plant another one yet. Figure out where I'm going to put that. And I've got this area all cleaned out here. When those squashes start popping up out of those little yogurt buckets, I'll prepare this area and go from there. Bucket of horse poop compost stuff. One of you guys had asked if I use compost, and I normally would, but I just don't have any that's ready at the moment, with the exception of that horse stuff. So I have a fair amount of that actually, but it needs to go through the chipper or something to get a little more broken up, because it doesn't want to decompose very quick. I get that from a local lady. She just gives it to me, but I'm going to borrow my friend's chipper and run it through there and see if it'll break down faster. Here we're looking at some cabbage, red cabbage. I'm not a big fan of the green, but I like the red. I like to eat it fresh, you know, in salads, whatever. It's the first time I've tried cabbage, so hopefully this stuff does something before it starts getting too hot. I have a feeling, strong feeling, you'll probably lose all this, but it's worth a try, right? More grapes that they got wasted by the last frost last week. Some of you guys are probably getting that now. It ruined them. So they're not dead, but they've been set back about 3 or 4 weeks. Let's see what else. This patch, I need to get some more dirt in here. It's not quite enough. There's only probably about 4 inches in there. It's not enough soil. So, and actually a lot of this is that cow manure straw stuff that I showed you before. It actually did break down. It gets down to about that consistency here. The problem is it doesn't have all the nutrients that the plants need. There actually has to be dirt in there too. So I'm going to mix some dirt in and figure out what I'm going to put in here. Last year I had a couple things in here. The green peas, they did well until it got hot, and then the tomatoes just went berserk. I had other things in here, and the tomatoes just swamped the whole thing. They were falling out the sides. So they did all right. It's just a little hard to get to all the tomatoes and pick them in here, because you got to reach all in there. So I'm going to do something different hopefully this year. Hopefully a bunch of tomatoes just don't sprout on their own. That complicates things. I'm not one that likes to tear stuff out of the ground if it's alive, And this here's blackberries. And it's their first year, so I don't really expect a whole lot out of them, but maybe, you never know. They're in this nice cage here, which I'm going to move this. This is going to be part of my chicken enclosure. One of these days I'll get chickens. I don't have the money for them right now. And let's see, this was my tire potato experiment last year. I took these tires and cut out as you can see, I cut out the sidewall. There's a sidewall right here. And filled it up with straw. They grew really great. They got huge, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, I thought they started wilting, so I thought they needed more water, and I gave them too much, and it ended up rotting all the potatoes. So that didn't work out too good. And another thing, those tomato worms that eat the tomatoes also eat potatoes. So you gotta keep on it. They totally wiped out one of my tires. I had 2 of these set up, and they ate everything before I realized what was going on. And then these sidewalls that I cut out, you guys that live in the colder weather, you can actually put these out on the ground, like that, and plant stuff inside right around the edge there on the inside. What this black does is it'll as my considerate neighbors, it keeps the ground warm, and it'll actually help stuff take off. So there you go. That's my update of the garden. Still not a lot to look at. Nothing's really taken off yet, but it will all at once. I'm going to start working on my drip irrigation system and stuff like that. So I'm running out of time here. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you around. Bye.